Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. You ever just curious if things get better with batches?
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God.
So, what I've got here today, man, March Madness has been insane. Some great picks here coming in at 131.1 proof. This is E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. This is from Daniel Arner, and I am so looking forward to this. It's going to be tough to leave an ounce for somebody on this. Daniel is someone that I've had the pleasure of doing some bourbon hunting stuff with. He has been, at the bourbon drops. If you watched Bruzel's video for the bourbon drops, it was funny. We had this conversation just yesterday. He's the guy that made the brisket. He had some awesome pours as well. I want to say he had the Firewater, which is that I think it's a 10-year Willett family estate that was only released in Mississippi. He brought that out. He brought a brisket. His friend Bill was there, who I'd worked with Bill years previously, and it was just a great time. Like I said, it's funny because we were even talking about that brisket this weekend at the drop in Auburn. And then we talked later that day on Sunday, actually. We talked yesterday, and that was during Saturday. No, it was Saturday. We had talked about, at the drop, we were talking about the brisket and stuff. And then I talked to Dan later that day, and he was like, yeah, I was at this store, and they were talking about the brisket. And he's like, I'm the one that made that brisket. And if you ever see him out there, he is a super great guy. Great palate, awesome guy. Donated this pour to the channel, which I am putting in the bucket over here for the March Madness. It's going to go away to a Patreon. Absolutely looking forward to this. Oh, man. What a wonderful nose on this thing right here. You get some caramel. You're getting a little bit of a spice on there. Tiny bit of like a lemon peel, lemon zest type of thing going on. A little bit of floralness going on with the nose. Getting some red berries in there. So you're getting a lot of fruits in there, a lot of floralness in there. Man, at 131 proof though, it is not blowing up your nose. This is absolutely gold. It kind of matches the color, which is absolutely gold on this. Super nice viscosity. The legs and the oil on this are outstanding, running down the sides of the Glen. This is one of those pours that I can just fall in love with the nose. There's a little bit of that oak now coming through on it. But this does, for what's really surprising me is how many fruit different type of notes you're getting off of this. The lemon zest, getting some dark kind of berries going on in here, getting a tiny bit of a cherry note, maybe even a faint little bit of a grape thing going on with the caramel in there as well, some vanilla. So there's a plethora of things going on with this nose. Like I said, at 131 proof, it's not killing the nose at all either. Got some nice spice on there as well. Let's see what we get on the palate on this. I am so excited someone's going to get this. Whoever's getting this pack is going to have, it's probably going to ruin them. I'll just put it that way, because this sampling, this tasting has been ruining me for a lot of other things just because it's been so good. Okay, so right on this, I get a lot of different fruits going in on this. I do get that cherry berry kind of thing going on. And get some nice spice. I'm getting a little bit of caramel up front, but like confectioner sugar on the back a little bit with some of the vanilla on the back, which is I normally get it on the front, but I'm getting it on the back of the palate, which is very nice. Very interesting on that. You do get a little bit of like a baking spice thing going on, a little bit of like a rye spice thing going on. Great mouthfeel. Does not overpower me, and not getting this huge I'm on fire. First pour of the day, 131 proofer, and it's just not setting me on fire. It's just super smooth. This thing has a nice long finish on it, and it's neat how it kind of amps up a little bit. You kind of get that fruitiness up front. You're getting some of the caramel up front. Then you're getting the spice in the mid to the back palate. You get a little bit of a dryness from the oak, but it's not overly bitter at all. So you get a nice dryness going on. And then, like I said, on the very, very back of the finish, it's like it has almost two finishes, kind of like a savory finish, and then it goes into like a sweet finish, and then it goes back into a little bit of a drying, which I really, really like. So you're getting a lot of things going on. You're getting some sweet, getting some spicy, getting a little bit of the oak, but not really bitter at all. But then you kind of get another sweet characteristic, and then it just finishes back more towards the oak again. So it's like it goes in almost like four different stages, which I'm really, really digging on this. And always the one thing that I find in a good bourbon, really, really good bourbon, is that it'll pull out different things as you go through it. You won't just get this or you won't just get this, that, and then you get no finish and it's gone. You're ready for another pour just because, you're ready for something to taste it again. This one goes back and forth so much that you're excited to see what notes you're going to pick out, but it finishes so long that it's like, I can just sit here for a minute. I can just chill and relax, and now I'll go back in for it a little bit later. I got a nice little bit of char on this one now too. And like I said, it's not been bitter in any way. Very creamy, a nice little bit of a char to it, but not overly smoky or overly bitter or anything like that. You just get the taste, a nice bit of the wood as that whiskey's kind of worked its way through on there. Man, the problem with pours like these is you want them all the time, and you realize you're not going to get one of these bottles all the time. So you really have to be kind of selective when you're going to open this up and when you're going to get it out for people so they can enjoy it as well. You want to give people an opportunity to enjoy it. But man, when you open these things, I have problems with that. When I get bottles I really like, Old Fitz 10, I'm on my second one. The Four Roses 135, it's gone and I'm looking for another one, and I'm like, man, you know, when I find bottles I really like, I tend to cycle through them fairly quick. And now this one, I have a feeling that I did pick up a bottle in a trade the other day, but this was the pour I got before that bottle. And I'm like, that bottle's going to go really fast. And it was really hard to find. I mean, it took me a year to get that bottle. And I collect a lot of stuff. But man, what a great pour. I like E.H. Taylor stuff, but I love this barrel proof. It's a different level. It's a whole different level. Man, Monday, first day of the week. I hope that you guys had a very successful day today. I had a great day at work today. Went through a lot of things, and this will be coming out Monday night a little bit later. I worked a half a day, but then I had to take my dad in for an appointment today. So, I had some things get out where I didn't get out of my normal time frame. So this is coming out Monday night. But, I had a great work day, the half day that I was there. Did some things with my dad for a medical appointment today. We'll find out some more results on that, but things are trending in a good direction. At least we know what it's not, and we're working towards what it is. So looking forward to that, find out what we can do to help him out there. A pour like this at the end of the day just makes it fantastic. But I hope that when you work today, I hope your work day went by fast. I hope you're successful and did the things that you wanted to do. And I hope you brought great energy to your teams. If you happen to be off today, I hope time slowed down for you. And when I say off, there's so many people out there that have put in all that work and they've retired or they work off shifts. And when that time's there for you, I want you to slow it down so you can just enjoy the moments that you have because you've earned all those moments. Enjoy that time. Have a nice pour. Hang out with some friends. I say this all the time. Call someone you haven't called in a while. Because sometimes after you haven't called someone in a while, it's hard to get back to it. Get back to it. Reach out to that person. See how they're doing. But most importantly, all, cheers and God bless. I hope you all have an amazing day.